Observe the human brain in action, and you see a highly decentralized machine. Visual processing happens in the back, auditory signals on the sides, and motor commands are issued from the top. Yet we experience reality as a single, seamless, unified stream of awareness, rather than a fragmented collage of raw sensory data. In neuroscience, this paradox is known as the binding problem. For decades, researchers searched for a central conductor, a singular physical structure in the brain capable of pulling these disparate sensory threads together. This image reveals the leading anatomical candidate for that role. Sandwiched deep inside the brain is a thin strip of tissue, highlighted here in blue, the claustrum. Determining exactly how this region operates identifies the specific physical hardware responsible for generating human consciousness. This cross-section shows the claustrum's exact position within the cerebral hemisphere. Expanding into an exploded view reveals a precise anatomical sandwich. The claustrum is tightly wedged between the white matter tracts of the extreme and external capsules, bordered by the insular cortex and the putamen. This schematic outlines the structure's extreme physical proportions. While it stretches vertically for 5 to 6 centimeters, it is exceptionally thin, measuring only 2 to 4 millimeters across. This fractional, irregular sheet of gray matter is hypothesized to manage the computational load of our entire conscious state. Brain structures of this microscopic scale typically govern highly localized, limited tasks, such as processing a specific tone or executing a single reflex arc. The claustrum's global influence contradicts its lack of physical mass, requiring researchers to investigate its network wiring rather than its size. This histological profile details the internal hardware of the claustrum, which is built from a dense matrix of tightly packed neurons. It is heavily populated by glutamatergic neurons, which are optimized for rapid, excitatory signal transmission. Understanding the claustrum requires mapping how these rapid transmitters connect to the rest of the brain. This diagram maps the enormous scope of the claustrum's network. The top section shows direct links spanning across the parietal, frontal, occipital, and temporal lobes. It simultaneously anchors into subcortical structures, binding with the thalamus, amygdala, hippocampus, and basal ganglia. These bidirectional arrows represent reciprocal pathways, meaning the claustrum engages in continuous two-way feedback loops with all of these regions simultaneously. This middle panel displays a diffusion tensor imaging scan, providing physical proof that these pathways exist in living brains. The DTI reveals a widespread, dense web of white matter connections radiating outward from the claustrum into the vast cortical structures above. The claustrum operates as the brain's highest-aid anatomical router, drawing its power entirely from this immense connective architecture. With such massive connectivity, the central router must have a mechanism to manage the overwhelming flood of data from across the connectome. This infographic models that mechanism through a 5-step systems architecture pipeline. Step 1 is gather. The claustrum continuously takes in and integrates multisensory and interoceptive data from across the body. Step 2 is filter. It applies salience processing to determine which neural networks demand immediate attention and which should be suppressed. Without this filtering mechanism, the conscious mind would be paralyzed by sensory noise. Step 3 is synchronize. Here, the claustrum coordinates disparate electrical oscillations across the cortex. In a neural context, synchronization forces independent chaotic frequencies from different lobes to align into a single rhythmic pulse. Step 4 is execute. Based on that synchronized state, the claustrum issues coordinated motor and cognitive commands. Step 5 is unify. This final integration phase binds all processed activity into a singular conscious experience. By operating as a dynamic computational pipeline, the claustrum acts as a strict timing mechanism that forces physically disparate brain regions to function as one cohesive organism. We can test this network model against clinical realities by observing what happens when the brain's central synchronization hub breaks down. This diagnostic matrix outlines how localized dysfunction within the claustrum provides a mechanical explanation for several diverse neurological conditions. In epilepsy, electrical disruption to the claustrum induces immediate behavioral arrest and a total loss of consciousness. Other pathologies result from subtle network routing errors rather than a complete system crash. In schizophrenia, altered connectivity within the claustrum fails to properly integrate sensory reality, driving auditory and visual hallucinations. Sensory processing challenges in autism and attention deficits in Parkinson's disease share overlapping failures in these exact routing pathways. The clinical evidence establishes the claustrum as a foundational load-bearing pillar of cognitive stability. Pinning down the claustrum's network role has elevated it into a primary therapeutic target for modern neurobiology. This graphic tracks current research, where tools like AI-based connectomic mapping are being deployed to decode the exact layout of these claustro-cortical networks. The objective is clinical application, using advanced neuromodulation to target and repair damaged circuits inside the claustrum. The entirety of subjective reality, every sight, sound, and thought, is orchestrated by a physical structure small enough to fit on the edge of a coin. This thin veil of gray matter remains the primary site for researching the construction of human perception and the